Hi guys, welcome back to the Hockey Life podcast. Where in this episode, I'm joined by current PDC tour card holder and recent European Tour semi-finalist, the Castleford Tiger Tom Sykes. Tom, first of all, thank you very much for coming on. I do realise you are a very, very busy man at the minute, so I really do appreciate it. How are you?
Yeah, good mate. Yeah, been quite busy at the minute. A lot of travelling about and a lot of stuff to do like this, so been quite good.
Yeah, like obviously winning your PDC tour card comes with a lot of media commitments, etc. How are you coping with that?
Yeah, it's not something I prefer doing, but sometimes you just got to do it, and you. But yeah, I've had quite a few of them now, so I'm starting to get a bit better at it.
Yeah, like beforehand, would you say that you were kind of, you kind of preferred the more quiet life, like in comparison to doing all these like interviews and stuff?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I preferred it, but if people have got questions to ask me, I'll answer them. I'm not a shy person. I'll talk to anyone, so
No.
I'll do either. So
That's fair, mate. No, no. As I said to you just off air, yeah, I do appreciate you coming on. So yeah. Well, actually, first of all, we'll mention that alongside being a professional darts player, you still love to play in your local league. I believe you were playing last night. How did that go?
not very well. I mean, I won, but not very well. If you'd have come and watched me last night, you wouldn't have believed I were a professional dart player. I'll put it that way.
Like in terms of your overall performance, what was it that was maybe struggling a little bit? Was it the doubling?
Yes, for some reason, when I'm playing in a local league, I can't hit a double. But as long as that stays in the local league stuff and doesn't transform onto the PDC stuff, I'll be all right. I think.
So, do you know when you play back in your local league, obviously after like being at the Pro Tour or whatever,
Yeah.
do you get a lot of chat about, oh, look, it's Tom Sykes, he's a professional darts player on the PDC. Do you get a lot of attention like that in your local league?
Yeah, quite a bit. Most of the people are saying you shouldn't be playing in this league, but it's more like bantery. You shouldn't be playing tonight or stuff like that. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's just something I enjoy. It's just a night out with the lads that I played with for years before I became a pro, before I got my tour card. So it's just another night for me.
We'll make sure to Jack to cover his ears for this one, but one or two little beers.
Yeah, just a couple, not many.
Not many, just a couple, Jack. You can reopen your ears now. No, like to be honest, with the Edinburgh West Darts League that I play in, we've got Willie Bollig still playing in our league. So it's I think there's a couple of pros that still like to play in the local leagues.
Yeah, I just do it just for mainly something to do on a night, to be fair. But it's nice to get out and just chill out rather than doing going through the serious stuff for the PDC all the time. Nice to have a few beers with the lads in a game of darts. That's all I'll do it for.
Yeah, definitely. And in the league, what would you say is your best game? Has it been a nine data, 10 data, 11?
No, I've never hit a nine darter. I've been close a couple of times. I've missed double 12 about two or three times for one, but I've not hit one yet. So that's still on the it's still on the list. I don't think there's ever been one in that league that I play in either. So and I've missed it a couple of times. So that's one thing that I
So
need.
so forget all the Pro Tour and European Tour achievements that are possibly to come, just to hit that nine data in the local league.
Yeah, that's the first one that I want. Yeah, never mind all these pro tour wins and stuff. Just get the nine data in the local league first, and then I'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, that's true. I believe you like to play golf on the odd occasion as well. Like obviously on your time off. I believe you're semi-handy.
Well, sometimes. I can knock it round. I think, yeah.
Like if it's not going, left or right or wherever in the bushes. So yeah, it's a tough sport, but
I've got really good at finding golf balls. Put it that way. Over the last couple of weeks.
what, finding your own or someone
No,
else's?
well, both.
No, so like in terms of golf, is that just something that obviously gets you outside of the house and that you do still enjoy?
Yeah, it's just something to get me away from darts. Obviously, I still do my practice at home, but with darts being my full time job, I'm not going to stand there and throw darts for 9, 10 hours a day. I'll do a couple of hours on through the day, and then I'll go have a round of golf, or I'll go do some other stuff. It's another thing that gets me out of the house, and bit of exercise as well, which is always good.
No, big question is, if you're to have a professional darts players golf event, who's going to win that, do you think?
I don't know. There's some quite handy golfers to be fair on the tour. I think Luke Humphries is pretty decent. Nathan
Yeah,
Aspinall's pretty decent. Um, Callum Ridds and Luke Woodhouse, they're pretty decent. I played at a golf event a couple of weeks ago with the Midlands Darts guys, and there's a few golfers there that are pretty good.
yeah. I believe obviously like the likes of Johnny Clayton also love the golf as well. Damon Heta, you'd imagine Damon Heta would be half decent. Obviously, being Australian, they've got so many great courses over there. So
Yeah, I think there's quite a few that are like decent handicaps. I think.
yeah. So do you think you would have your work cut out if there was like an invitational?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be winning it. No chance.
At least make it respectable.
Yeah, I'd have a good go, but I don't think I'd win it.
No, that's fair. Um, right. So we shall obviously we'll talk about your pro career and stuff very shortly. But I just want to rewind it back to the start for you. So, you're from Castleford in West Yorkshire.
Yep,
Castleford born and raised. You're obviously uh, what's the team called again?
Tigers.
Castleford Tigers fan, Rugby
hmm
League. So like, how would you describe Castleford if you were to describe it to someone that doesn't know it very well?
Just I won't know. I don't know to be fair. I'd just say it's a town. It's a town. It's one of the towns where everyone knows everyone. So you'll never be without anyone to like go out with or have a chat with if you see anyone around. Most people around Cast know each other, so it's a good place to be.
So I'm going to presume that the Castleford Tiger nickname is where that generated from, which is obviously your rugby league team.
Yeah, well, partly that, yeah, but it actually generated from the Modus. To be fair, um, Henry Deacon, who's one of the guys that works at Modus, he started it off on one of the weeks that I were down there, and it's just stuck ever since. And I kind of like the sound of it as well, so I just kept it.
So like beforehand, were you the type that was like well, whatever nickname kind of sticks at the end of the day. Like, did you ever like put a petition out to like try and get the best nickname or whatever?
No, it's never been really anything that I thought about. To be fair, I get asked quite a lot. Well, like what? Well, I used to get asked quite a lot, like what my nickname were and stuff, and I just used to say no, I haven't got one. I never. It would just like you say, if one came along, then I'd take that one. But I've never like forced like I've never even thought about one. To be fair,
So I'm going to sound a bit like a pillock here, but obviously with the tiger part and the kind of colour that comes with it on your shirt, I did have a feeling it was something to do with Hull for some reason, like Hull Sound.
no, my football team have gone the opposite way this year, so the opposite way to Hull City Hull Football Club.
Who's that?
Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, you're a Wednesday fan.
So
Barry Barrett? Yeah, Barry
they've
Barrett
gone
lover.
down to League One and all have gone to the Prem. So
Yeah, you're a big Barry Bannon lover,
oh yeah, class, isn't it?
even though he's Scottish.
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah,
about the only.
is it-
There's not many Scottish people that I like, to be fair, but don't worry, you're one of them. You're all right
Oh, cheers, mate. I appreciate that.
for now, depending on how this sounds when it comes out.
No, I'm sure it's going to sound well, but no. So obviously it was a difficult season last season for Sheffield Wednesday. How confident are you that you could potentially challenge for the League One title this year?
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Judging by what we've signed so far, from what I've seen over the last couple of weeks, I can't see why we shouldn't be up there. But you never know, dear.
Yeah, but Barry Bannon re-signing for what, the 50th time? Is that right?
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he? He can't stay away.
He can't stay away. I had a short time at Millwall and he's
Yeah,
back at
don't
his
blame him, to
beloved
be fair.
Wednesday. Right. So, yeah, how did you kind of first discover the game?
So I first started playing just like on a weekend with my dad. I used to play football quite a bit, so it was just practicing with my dad in my kitchen on a night, pretty much. And then I went down and played for well, it's the pub that I actually play in on a Monday night now. So that was the first ever team that I played for, like 16 years ago or something.
Wow, really?
So now I'm back in the same pub playing for. It's not with the same people, but there's still a few of the people there that I started playing with when I first started. But yeah, it's a different team now. So but it's all going around in like a full circle. So I'm back in the same pub again.
So like growing up was like did you always have a dartboard as well?
Um, but we always had one up in the house, yeah, because my dad played in like the local leagues and stuff. So there's always one like knocking about in the house. But I never really used to play on it. I used to be always out with my football and my mates playing football everywhere. So
Yeah. And like can you remember obviously there's this famous, I don't know if it's a myth or it's true facts about like the first three darts Gary Anderson ever threw was a 140 or whatever it was.
yeah,
What do you think was your first score when you took to the board?
it definitely weren't a 140. I know that. Mine might have been more like a 26 or something. Mine, I think. I weren't very good when I first started, but I worked at it and found a bit of a talent for it in the end, obviously. And I've been working at it for 15 years and it's working out all right. So
Yeah, so how important for like development wise is it like to play for your local public team? Um, is that would you always advise people that maybe want to take up the game of darts to always just have a throw in the pub?
yeah, 100%. And now there's so much for amateur players to do, like with the vaults and the ADCs and stuff. There's so much money to be made from the amateur game as well. So it's if you're gonna start, I'd definitely go to the pubs first, get in the pub leagues, get comfortable with playing people rather than just playing in your house because it's completely different playing behind a camera than it is playing in a pub.
Yeah, so with your first match in the pub, do you remember if you won or did you lose or
I think I won, but it was only like we only used to play like best of three, so I think I might
yeah,
have won my first ever one, but I have lost quite a few as well. And let me tell you, I used to get angry. I used to be one
what
of the
what
like
like really angry like
yeah, I used to be one of these people that had, I'm nowhere near the same as I was them now, but I used to be like like the kids, like the young kids throwing the darts on the table and sitting down with the monk on and stuff like that. I used to be like that, but That soon got drilled out of me by everyone in the pub when I started doing it. So
Yeah, you become universally unpopular
yeah,
when you do shit like that. To be
yeah.
honest, like I'm gonna hold my hands up. I've done it in the past as well. It's
When I first started, I used to be bad for it. I didn't used to
yeah,
do it all the time, but if I lost the game that I knew I should have won, I wouldn't be very happy about it.
yeah, and especially against players that you feel like you should really be beating.
Yeah, but now you just think it's just a game of darts, isn't it? Really,
True, true.
it
It's not like
doesn't really
this.
mean a lot, does it? But
Was the only reason that you were angry is because maybe if you won or got the high score, you get like a free pint or whatever it is.
I think it was just the fact that I think it started to be more when I started getting better and better. Like I knew the ability that I had and players that I should have been that I were playing and I should have been beating. I weren't beat. I were losing games, but like obviously it was my fault, so I weren't angry at them for beating me. I won't go
Yeah.
around being nasty to them and stuff like that. It'd just be to myself. But it was like I'd have like a 5 minutes where where I wouldn't be very happy, and then I'd be all right after that.
I mean, it's okay. I'm a saint. I never do shit like that. It's all
No,
right.
never. Me too.
We're both saints, you know. Right. So, like, in terms of your first proper, your first proper tournament before you kind of made the decision to maybe give pro life a go, what age were you then? Like, just it could be like your local county league tournament or whatever.
um, I think over the start, I was about 18 years old. I never used to really go out much to play in pubs until I was old enough to really, because I used to look about even when I was 18 years old, I looked about 10. So I could never get served anywhere without an ID. So I was
That's
never
the
allowed to drink in pubs. But I I didn't really start playing until I was 18 properly anyway. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So some might say that still may occur on the odd occasion. Like looking 10
yeah,
when you're like 31 or whatever.
yeah. I got ID. I get ID'd sometimes still now.
Really?
Last year I was down at Modus and somebody ID'd me for a Red Bull in the Aldi. A can of Red Bull in the Aldi, and they're 16 years old. They're like, "Are you taking the mick?" I'm 32 years old.
Well, I mean, did you kick off at that?
No, I was just like, I didn't have it on me, so I never got it anyway. So I didn't have my wallet on me. So I only had my phone, so
Oh,
I didn't get the
mate.
can of Red Bull in the end either.
Oh, mate, that's grim. Like pe people thinking you actually look about 15 or
Yeah,
16 when you're like
I got
32.
called half the age that I actually was, and didn't get the Red Bull either. So
Ouch. Tough. Very, very tough. So we'll take it to the decision to give, the kind of pro life a go. How did that come about?
I'd been to Q school a few times to be fair, like back in the day when it was just the 4 days, and I had a few years on the challenge tour and the youth tour and stuff back in the day, but it were only like the last couple of years where I've actually like properly wanted to have a go at it. Obviously, year before I got my tour card, I just missed out on points, so that were a bit gutting. And then obviously now I wanted to get it even more because I'd just missed out the year before. Plus, I was getting like call ups from the challenge tour and stuff like that to play on the Pro Tour as well. I played about 9 or 10 of them last year and got the hunger for it even more then.
So before we go into like, the whole Q school experience, I'm led to believe that you also played, like, please correct me if I am wrong, but I'm led to believe you also played in the 2014 BDO World Trophy, is that right?
Yes.
What was that experience like for you at that time? Because I imagine you wouldn't have been what are you now? 33, is that right?
Three. Yeah.
So that would have been what, 12 years ago. So you would have been about what, 21 maybe?
Yeah, about 2021. Yeah.
Yeah, so what was that experience like to get, to get the experience to put on the BDO of all circuits as well, like historic figure.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, it's one of the biggest tournaments as well, wasn't it? The World Trophy back in that day. So, and I think it was one of my first like big tournaments that I actually played in. So I don't think I did very well. I can't remember exactly how I got on, but I don't think I
I
did
mean,
very well in it.
I mean, it was 12 years ago, to be fair, so I'm not
I don't
expecting
think
you
I
to
did very
remember.
well.
But
But
yeah.
everything like that. It's all learning, and it's all like it all comes back round to where I am now. So
So you participated in Q School a few times, as you mentioned, before you became successful. Um, so just guide us through the whole, Q School experience because it's like even as a casual fan looking at all the scores coming in, it just looks absolutely brutal.
yeah, it's tough. It's a lot of people say it's the hardest tournament that you'll ever play in, and I completely agree. Especially now where there's two stages. You don't get like I did well this year because I qualified for the second stage on the first day, so I had like a couple of days rest first before I went into it. Whereas the year before I played the full 7 days, like every single day, and just missed out. So it when you get to the end of 7 days in a row, they're playing darts, and you just miss out by points by like I lost out by something like 6 legs I think. I'm getting my tour card over 7 days, so it's that's the brutal side of it. Like this year, I won't say I flew through it, but I flew through the first stage, played pretty well, and then I got my card on the third day. So, and I played pretty well all day that day as well. I tried my hardest to lose it in the final on the third day, but
Yeah,
managed
as
to
you
get
do.
through it in the end.
Yeah. Like the first couple of times you obviously play Q School. What's the whole experience like then as well? Because you must be like obviously you know how hard it is already, but like you must be like maybe at times questioning like like am I good enough to potentially do this full time?
Yeah, sometimes it is hard, but like if I've always known that I've been like good enough to get on the tour. Obviously, whether to stay there or not's a different story. But once you get into that league, it's a big step. But yeah, when you first get there, like a couple of years ago when I went and daunting as well when you know you've got 7 days of darts ahead of you, obviously. But um, yeah, it's all about doing everything right as well. The preparation before it's key as well. Like I would put in hours and hours of practicing like weeks before Q school started, before to obviously get up to speed and get the match practice in before I got there.
Not quite Mervyn King levels of dedication though.
Oh no, not the 6 hours practice a day. No, can't do that.
Is it not?
No,
Is it no more than that
it
sometimes?
might be more than that, but it's not for me.
Like
I'll have like 2 hours a day max.
like obviously that's no disrespect to Mervyn King because obviously he's had a fantastic career, but to spend like what even sometimes upwards of 9, 10 hours a day on the board, it must get boring after a while.
Yeah, well that's the reason I don't do it. I've I try and use like, if I go to a tournament and I'm playing in like even in a local tournament, I'll always be on the practice boards in there. So I'll do like 4, 5, 6 hours practice as well as the tournament. So I sort of only need to I only feel like I need to do like maybe an hour or two a day just to keep it sharp rather than some people are different. Some people feel like they have to do 5, 6, 7 hours a day, and fair play to them because I can't do it.
Yeah, obviously the most obvious target for that is Mervyn King. So, like even at his age, it's still ridiculous the amount of dedication he puts onto the board, etc.
Yeah, it's mad. Connor Scott's another one. You see Connor Scott, he's 5, 6, 7 hours a day easy. But and fair play to him because it obviously works because they're all qualifying for stuff and stuff. So like Connor's just qualified for the last 2 Euro tours, so and he beat me in one of them as well, and we had an absolute belter of a game. But and then he went on and qualified for Prague as well. So he's definitely working for him. But like I say, it's not something that I'm happy with 2 hours a day. Maybe sometimes depending on what I feel like, it might be more, but it won't be much. It probably about if I had to think, I'd probably 4 hours maybe a day.
Yeah, I mean, even 4 hours a day seems a little bit of a stretch. Like
Yeah,
obviously,
but it wouldn't be a continuous 4 hours. It'd be like maybe an hour and a half or so, and then I'd go have some dinner and maybe I don't know, do something else, and then come back maybe later on. But it won't be. I can't stand there for like 5, 6 hours and go.
yeah, at the end of the day, you've got to worry about your legs as well. They'll start to
Yeah,
give way after that amount of time.
yeah, absolutely.
Right. I want to obviously touch on the Modus Super Series and what that has done for your career trajectory. Obviously, you were very, very successful in the Modus Super Series.
Yeah,
I believe obviously you won it a couple of times. It could be more. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong. But 2024, you managed to win. 2025, you also managed to win as well. Um, in terms of the Modus Super Series, just how grateful are you for everything that they have done for players to, progress as such into a higher level?
yeah. Everybody says it, and I completely agree. It's definitely the best thing out. It's the best thing outside of the PDC. You get all the experience of playing on a stage with in front of cameras. You don't realize how much experience you gain from it, and the more you're down there, and it's one of the best. It's definitely one of the best stages I've ever played on as well. Like just whole the whole building itself, all the people that work there. It's awesome, and I can't thank them enough for what they've done for me personally, like in the last couple of years, because it's raised my game massively, and it makes you want to practice, and it makes you want to play there because it's such a good setup, and everything down there is just so good to be a part of.
Yeah, there must be something in the Portsmouth water or something that makes you love to play there because
Yeah,
it seems to
it's
elevate you.
yeah, yeah, this whole setup itself, the surroundings, the stage, everything about it's just perfect for that.
So I know obviously you've won on the Motor Super Series, but what would you say is one of your biggest memories to take away from your time on the Modus?
Um, I don't know. I've had a couple. I'd say I've had a couple of like high. I think I had a record of the fastest game.
Or was that Brian Raman, wasn't it?
Yeah, against Brian Roman. Yeah, I think I had one of the highest averages in Champions Week at one point as well. I've had a few. I've had a few. I've had a few decent. Never got to hit the nine data there though. I missed double 12 once against Fallon for one, and I've had one hit against me as well down there. So
So I just want to briefly touch on what's it like, or actually what's Boris Kuchma as a person like when obviously you played him in the final, was it last year? I think it
yeah.
was. Um, Obviously he's an absolute unit of a man. What's it like? What's it like to play him? Is he slightly intimidating at times, like with his height?
Um, he is until you get to know him. When he first walks into the room and it's your first time meeting him, you're like, oh no, I could be in trouble here. But He's genuinely a really nice guy. Yeah, we got on. He obviously his English isn't great, but he tries getting involved in all the conversations that everybody has, and with all the accents that get thrown about down there with my Yorkshire accent. I think we had somebody from Lancashire down there at the same time as him, and I think somebody from Scotland were there as well. So it's like the I it were hard for me to understand. So I don't know I don't know what it was like for him.
Right, I'm gonna make a joke here, at Sharpie's expense, but imagine Boris Kritsmar trying to understand Davy Sharp. Fucking hell.
No, no, even I can't understand David Sharp to be fair.
Not, not can I? And I'm from like, about like an hour and a half on the bus away from where he is. So
Yeah,
it's
I think it's just I think it's the speed that people talk in it. Like if I speak to another Yorkshire person, somebody else from Yorkshire, we will talk that fast that you probably won't be able to understand what we're saying. Same as if you and Dave Sharp talk to each other and I'm stood there, I'd be like, "What are you two saying?" It
if
sounds like a
me
different language.
if me and Davy Sharp were to have a proper conversation, I'd probably get about 20% of the conversation, to be honest, because no dis no disrespect to you, Dave, but you love to talk, don't you? So
He's a good guy, Dave. He's all right.
nah.
Apart from when he beat me last week, but we'll not talk about
No, he's a great guy and unbelievable darts player as well.
that. Yeah,
So
he's very good.
I've played him a few times down at his local, and honestly, I've never seen someone hit so many 180s in a short space of time like Davey. He's relentless.
Yeah, yeah, he's when I played against him last week, he were really good all day to be fair, and he were in the first 3 or 4 legs against me in that quarter final. He were just untouchable. I couldn't get anywhere near him. Every time I turned round, he had 2 darts in treble 20 every time.
Yeah, simpler. Right, so speaking of some of your latest results then, so you played two of the European Tour qualifiers. You managed to qualify for one, narrowly missed out on the other, as you mentioned, Connor Scott.
Yep.
So at the Czech Darts Open qualifying, you beat Tavis Dudene 6-0, and then obviously that 6-5 loss to Connor Scott, where you averaged about 102, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
and he averaged about 104, I think. It were it the first five. I think somebody said after the game, the first 5 legs, or I think at 3-all, I was averaging something like 119. He was averaging 117, I think, or something.
Sniper, man.
It was just 140, 180 every single go. It was mad.
Yeah. Would you say that's probably one of the best games you played?
On the Pro Tour, yeah, probably. But me and Connor always have good games. To be fair, I played him a few times on the Modus, and that was the same. I think it's just the pace of us both. Pace suits each other. We just bounce off each other.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we'll talk about the Hungarian qualifier now. So you beat fellow Scotsman of mine, Greg Ritchie 6-4, Pero Lubic 6-4, and then you averaged 104 to beat none other than Snakebite Peter Wright 6-0 to book your ticket to Budapest.
Yeah,
How would you assess your performances there? And of course, are you looking forward to Hungary?
yeah. My performances were decent. To be fair, I had a. I think my game against Peter Wright, I were really good. He played quite well as well. To be fair, but yeah, I managed to get a 6-0 out of that, and then the Paralubic game were just so weird. He was like really good one leg, and then I were really good the next, and it was one of them games where I was just getting really frustrated with everything because I weren't playing great, and neither was he. But I knew I had after what I did the game before. I was just trying my hardest to get on to try and bring that back out. But I managed to scrape over the line, and then I had a really good game against Greg Ritchie in the final.
Oh yes, so I've kind of gone backwards on that kind of thing. We'll gloss over that and forget about that. But But obviously Budapest coming up. How much are
Yep.
you looking forward to? Obviously on the European tour, your second appearance.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I said after Slovakia that I want more of that, and I went to the next. Well, it was literally the next qualifier and qualified again. So I'm really happy to be going there, and hopefully we have another semi-final run, if not better.
Yeah, how much Factor 500 will you be taking over?
A lot, because I think it's going to be the same as Slovakia over there. I think it's still going to be like 35 degrees over there at the end of
Oh
August. So,
no. Oh mate, that's
so
grim.
I'm hoping the stage isn't as warm as Slovakia as well, because I will die, I think.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do about that? Like in terms of it's absolutely boiling hot in the stage and it's boiling hot outside. You can't win.
No, it was this in the semi final against Rob in Slovakia. It was that was the warmest I've ever been in my life. I think
It's,
it got to the point where my darts were just like slipping out of my hands, and I couldn't throw them at all. I was like, it was just ridiculous. But
did you have to take a towel on stage where you, because it was that hot?
yeah, I think in the semi final I had two. I had two towels on my table. I think I had three in my rucksack in the back room, but I took two up on stage with me in the final. I had one for each hand because it was that warm.
Wow. I mean, I don't know how you can deal with that. Like,
No, it was bad. But by
uh,
the sound of it, it's going to be the same again in Budapest. So
lucky boy, aren't you? Lucky
yeah,
boy.
us dart player there.
Uh, right. So well, obviously the main talking point will be your semi-final run on your European Tour debut in Bratislava. So yeah, so you beat Niko Springer 6-2. Martin Schindler 6-5, Cameron Menzies 6-4, Jermaine Wattimena 6-2, and then obviously in semi-final losing to Rob Cross 7-2. So first of all, how would you assess your whole tournament there?
Yeah, I thought I played really well. To be fair, um, I think I got a bit lucky in the quarterfinals with Jermaine missing quite a few doubles, but all the chances that he gave me, I took. So and that's what you've got to do at that level. So I were really happy to get the semi-finals. Obviously, gutted to lose, but for the debut on the European tour, it couldn't have gone much better, really.
Yeah, was like obviously before you flew to Slovakia, like did you have any expectations of what you could maybe achieve on your debut?
No, not really. I weren't really thinking about it. To be fair, I said to my manager, just take one game at a time, and obviously I knew I was going to get like I knew I was going to get a difficult draw first round with the way that the draws work, and the second round obviously you get a seed. So to come through two games like that against obviously Niko Springer, who's absolutely flying at minute as well, and then Martin Schindler in the second round. So I'm happy. I was happy with them two wins, and then obviously I just kicked on after that and carried on winning. So yeah, I'm really happy.
So I just want to quickly touch on the 103 average against Niko Springer. Was it a case of you felt like everything was just going to go in?
Yeah, it was one of them games where to be fair, every game I felt so relaxed. I didn't really feel nervous, to be fair. Apart from obviously you stand at the end of the walk on and you see all the people that are in there and stuff. It's a bit nerve wracking, but once the music starts and you start walking on, it's all the nerves. It turns to adrenaline then, and then you're just playing off that. So to get up there and just play what I thought, well, obviously I played quite freely and managed to get 105 average or 104 average or whatever it were, and I got a win against a really good player, so I was really happy with it.
And in terms of that whole experience, obviously to play on the European Tour stage, making your debut, like in terms of your family and friends, did you have quite a lot supporting you then?
Yeah, it was from back here. It was unbelievable. Some of the amount of messages and phone calls, text messages that I got from people. Obviously, with me being a Cast Tigers fan, a lot of the Cast lads, a lot of the Cast
Nice.
fans the actual team page put something out about me when I lost in the semis. So and then I had a few of the obviously the players as well messaging me as well. So it were a good little time for me.
Did that give you an extra, 1,000 followers on Instagram or whatever it was?
Yeah, they did. They went up. They went up quite a bit. To be fair, they've gone up a lot more in the last couple of weeks than they were when I started. So yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Popular now.
Yeah, well, I won't go that far, but they're getting there.
Right, so like I just want to quickly mention before we go into to a few things about you off the hockey. So to make the final session on debut as well, like just how brutal was that? Like obviously having to play, was it the is it the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and obviously the
Yeah,
final, like in the same day. Do you reckon by the time you reached Rob Cross that maybe just like you'd maybe some of the steam from earlier just kind of ran out?
yeah. I think it's obviously they've been doing it a lot longer than I have. So to get to get yourself up for a game like I did against Jermaine, and then go off, and then a couple of hours later try and get that same adrenaline again for another game. It's obviously it's hard. It's hard work, but it does take it out here, especially when it's like 50 degrees on the stage as well. So it were I think, like you say, I think that was the main thing at the end. I think I just ran out of a bit of steam in the end, and to be fair to Robbie, were really good as well. So and he absolutely battered me, to be fair, but I was really happy with the way it went. So
Did you get to spend much time in the centre of Bratislava while you were there?
yeah, we when we first got there on the Thursday, we had a little wander around and bit of food and a few drinks and that, and it's a nice place, to be fair. Never first time I've ever been, but I'd go back for an holiday or like a little city break or weekend away. It's a nice place.
And I believe like if you did get past Rob Cross from memory, it was Wessel Nyman, wasn't it? Where
Yeah,
that he would have played in the final.
yeah.
Speaking about that now, if you managed to get through Rob Cross, you reckon you would have smashed Wessel?
Probably not, because he battered me 3 times this year already. So, and I give him a good. I've had a few good games with him this year. To be fair, I think I played him twice or 3 times this year. The first game he absolutely hammered me with a 113 average, I think. And but yeah, but he's a world class player in here, and he's playing really well at the minute. He's absolutely on fire. So who knows? If I'd have got through Rob Cross, maybe I might have won it. Maybe not, but we'll never know.
Right, so things outside of the okay. So what sort of stuff do you enjoy getting up to in the downtime?
Like I said earlier, just playing golf. I play a couple of times a week if I can, and just probably going to watch the rugby and anything sporty really, other than darts.
So you don't watch much darts.
I watch bits of it. Like I said earlier, if I've got friends playing or like on the modus or stuff like that, I might watch some a bits of that and stuff. But I try to keep away from it if I can.
Any other sports that you enjoy like properly watching outside of rugby league and like football?
Um, no, not really. I wouldn't say. Well, I watch the golf quite a bit as well on TV, but I don't really I try not to watch TV really. I get bored of it. I get bored of being sat still. To be fair, I've
Yeah,
always got to
no.
be doing something. So,
Where would you say is the best destination you've been for like a holiday or whatever?
it's quite a few to be fair. I'd probably say Malaga, where I go with my girlfriend and dad and that every year. So it's a really nice place.
Any dream destinations on the list?
I'd like to go to. I think I'd like to go to Australia, but I also wouldn't like the 26 hours on an airplane.
I don't think anybody would, mate.
No, I'd love to go, but I don't think I could stick 26 hours on an airplane. To be fair,
What do you reckon? What do you reckon you could you could just about manage? Maybe 10 a push.
yeah, I reckon I could have met. I reckon I could have gone. I reckon I could probably go on Mexico. I think 10. That's about 8, 10 hours, isn't it? I reckon I
Yes.
could make Mexico. I'd like to go to somewhere like Mexico as well, but I think Australia is the dream one. But obviously,
Yeah, it's not for the faint.
very far
It's
away.
not for the faint-hearted going
No,
26 hours on a flight anyway, that's for
no.
sure. Um, what would you say is your favorite kind of food? So favorite cuisine?
Indian food by a mile. I could eat a curry. I could eat a curry every single day of the week if I thought about it.
Favorite curry then?
Oh, I don't know. I've got a few. I don't mind a vindaloo, but I think I like a chicken tikka masala as well.
Yeah, Vindaloo, nah.
Yep.
We all like Vindaloo apparently, according to Fat West. So,
I do. I do. He's right. I do like a vindaloo. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. So, if you were to give any aspiring darts players any advice, just one bit of advice, what would you say?
It's all about enjoying it. Cliche, and everyone says it, but enjoying the practicing is the main thing because the more you practice, you get out of it what you put into. The more you practice and the more you enjoy it, it makes it a lot easier when you enjoy yourself.
Uh, would you say you had a sporting hero growing up?
No, no, I won't say so. I watch too many sports to have a sporting hero. I don't think I have one really.
So not even growing up, maybe Phil Taylor in his
I think
prime.
I used to love watching Adrian Lewis when I was younger. He was like my favorite dart player growing up.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable player.
Just
I hope
it's everything about his throw and everything. Just
I hope he gets back on the tour at some point. That's for sure.
yeah, it is. I've played. I did an exhibition with him a couple of months ago, and he were um let's say he were playing really well. So he's
So last one on the darts. Who would you say has got the best throw, or one that you would like to try and replicate? Like obviously apart from yourself.
what on the tour now.
Yeah. Who would you say has got
Um,
the smoothest throw, the most easy throw, whatever you want to call
Probably Gary Anderson. I think Gary Anderson's throw is nice. Mike Smith. I like Mike Smith as well because it's just nice and quick like mine.
it? Not Justin Piper, Mensa Shilovic,
Oh
no.
no, no, no,
I
no, not
believe
for me. No.
I believe one of your mates can do the Shilovic throw, is that right?
Yes, he's really good at it as well. I'll get him to do it and I'll send you a video.
I need to see this to be honest.
He is
Just
honestly
yeah,
talented and mentored us.
I mean, I find it's kind of impossible to try and replicate Mensa. It's just so unorthodox. But
He's really good at it though, and it makes me laugh every time he does it. So I'll next time I see him, I'll get him to do it for you. And I'll send you a video.
no worries, mate. Right, so we're just gonna finish with a little nickname quiz. So nothing too extravagant here. So we've got eight nicknames here. All you need to do is obviously name the players, and we shall see how many you get out of eight. Feeling confident?
Not really. I'll give it a go though. It
Uh,
depends how
so,
far back we're going.
so I was saying before, bit before there, there's a few that are still on tour, a couple that have kind of gone off tour, and then one I'd say the last one would be the hardest out of the lot. I'll be surprised if you get it, but try and surprise me, Tom Sykes.
Go on then. Let's go.
We'll leave what I think is the hardest one till last. So
Yeah.
we shall start off with so number one, Shazam.
Cam Crabtree.
Number two, Fireball.
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 Jamie Lewis.
Number three, Evil Charlie.
Carl Sedlacek.
Number four, Baby Boy.
Adam Lipscomb.
Number five, Bolt.
Seb Bielecki.
Number six, Neon Nightmare.
Stow Bunce.
Number seven, T-Rex.
What's his name? The German guy. Hunter Bunkner, is it?
And number eight, Deadly Rose.
Deadly Rose. I have no idea.
If you had to try and take a guess, I'll give you a kind of clue. Is a little bit on the older side.
Deadly Rose. I don't even think I've ever heard that before. But it's obviously going to be like somebody that's really well known as well, innit? And I'm just going to go, oh my God, when you say it.
I wouldn't say so, to be honest. I mean, he's been on the PDC before, but yeah, I wouldn't say he's well known.
I can't think. I've no idea. I wouldn't even like to guess.
Okay, right, we'll leave that one then.
Are you not even going to tell me either?
No, well, I'll go over the answers and then you
I
can
thought
find
you
out who it
I
was.
thought you were just going to. I thought I was going to have to Google it after this.
No, I was just letting you say the answers first, and then I'll go over the answers.
No idea.
So number one, Shazam is of course Cameron Crabtree. So that's one correct. Fireball is Jamie Lewis, two correct. Evil Charlie is of course Carol Sedlacek. That's 3 out of 3. Baby Boy is, I imagine, someone that you probably know quite well on a modus, Adam Lipscomb.
Yep.
That's 4 out of 4. Sebastian Biavetsky is, of course, Bolt. That's 5 out of 5. Neon Nightmare is Stow Bunce, the ever so colourful Stow Bunce. Let me put it that way. T-Rex. You were quite sure that it was a German guy. You eventually went with Ante Buckner. It's correct.
I thought. Is it? I forgot his first name. Is it Michael?
Michael Ante Buckner.
Yeah.
That's 7 out of 7.
No, I didn't get the last one. Oh.
You didn't give me an answer for number 8, but Deadly Rose is Cypriot Greek player John Michael.
Oh, I do know who he is. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it. I didn't know his nickname though. That would have been the last person I'd have gone for.
And to be fair, if you got that, I might as well just never do this ever again.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have got that. I wouldn't. Yeah, you could have given me till next week, and I wouldn't have got that.
No, but Tom, not to be fair, just saying that 7 out of 8 is a very, very decent effort. There are other players out there that probably wouldn't get anywhere close, to be honest. So fair play, good effort.
Cheers.
Is there anyone in particular that you're surprised that you got in the end?
Hunter Bunkner, because I could picture his shirt and I could picture him in it, but I couldn't remember his name for a bit. So, but I got there in the end.
Yeah, used to play on the BDO, didn't he? Michael Hunter Buckner on German
Yeah.
player. Yeah, you were kind of a little bit torn with the second one, Fireball. It is Jamie Lewis. It used to be the Rasta, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it? Sorry. Fireball feels like a weird kind of nickname, but no, fair play, Jamie Lewis. Right, Tom. It's been a pleasure to chat with you on the podcast, and I wish you all the best with the Pro Tours in Germany. Germany next week, isn't it?
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week.
And then obviously your second European Tour appearance at the Hungarian Darts Trophy in Budapest. Let's see if you can make the final. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Actually, there's no point saying let's hope you can make the final. Let's hope you can just fucking win the thing, you know?
Yeah, hopefully if I win it, I'll be in the Grand Slam then as well. So hopefully if I win that.
That's some prize.
Not bad.
Yeah. Just remember to sample a Hungarian beer or two and give me an honest review.
I will. I'm sure I'll be sampling a couple at some point.
Yeah. Again, Jack, cover your ears. Right, Tom, mate, it's been a pleasure. All the best. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.